Thank you, Speaker Sherman.
Okay, next delegation is Kelly Ryback. He's here in person, appearing before council in opposition of item 4 of the report of the Standing Policy Committee on Infrastructure Renewal and Public Works. The report dated April 6, 2022 is regarding warranted projects within the Traffic Engineering Improvement Program. Welcome.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. From the April 26th IRPW, I just want to recap events from then to now. At the April 28th council meeting, I did not oppose the TEP projects. I just opposed the funding request to take it from the Road Renewal Reserve Fund. With our road conditions, please do not take from the Road Renewal Reserve. Safety is paramount. I shared my family and friend tragedies with EPC on May 18th, and I also did that at IRPW on September 21. I advocated for the policy on prepare to stop flashing lights many times last year, asking for a policy and being involved in that discussion. On April 20th at EPC, even Councillor Mays stated the request is equal to 1% property tax height. That's a big nut in one request. At EPC, it was held over for the sole purpose so that Councillor Allard could work on Councillor Rawlins to get her vote because 2/3 majority is required. At EPC on May 18th, I questioned why it wasn't in the budget. Many of these go back as far as 2018. I support many. I just don't support pedestrian crossings where a traffic light is 2 blocks away. On April 6th, IRPW and the Public Service agreed with that when they declined a request for crossing on Fermor that was a mere 150 meters away from a traffic light. But if you take from the reserve, how are you going to keep up? There's even a submission by the heavy equipment construction, Mr. Lawrence agreeing with that. Plus, in 2019, Council voted to change funding to the Road Renewal Reserve. The regional funding drops 70% next year in 2023, from 1% to 0.3%. I again ask, how are you going to keep up if that takes place and that happens, and you take $7 million out of the road reserve today? I stated all this at the May 18th EPC meeting. What was the outcome before the voting? There's no discussion. Councillor Allard wanted to hold it over once again, but the clerk reminded him that you can't do that, you've done it once. And we're in a short construction season. It's May 26th today, and we've been holding in limbo the road reserve and these TEP unfunded since April 6th. I'm asking you again, but what is before you today without amendments since April 6th is to take $7 million. That either there has to be an amendment to this or you vote it down. And Madam Speaker, my ask is that if you take today $7 million out of the Road Renewal Reserve to pay for the unfunded TEIPs, then our roads aren't going to get fixed the way they do. And we're going to be faced with the same situation next year as many of the pothole repairs will fail. But if you approve today $7 million out of that reserve, then to help our roads, I can only ask, I'm sorry I'm going to be sarcastic, please plant the flowers in the potholes this year. Thank you.